Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing, continuing on with Season 2 here with Race 10, and this is Flat Speeders. And hello Beefcake, see you in the chat. So this is ever expanding every season. Every time we revisit this track there's always something new going on. So we've got some interesting new elements, but I think the actual course is the same layout as the last season. Don't think there's been much changed in terms of that, but it looks like there is some areas still under development for the future. With the UMR emojis, or emotes. So we're going to start by getting everyone into their starting positions. As you can see, I've done a little makeshift secondary starting point because this never has two starting grid places, but it is a returning track. So we've got the floating one once again, this time invisible so it doesn't get in the way. I don't think I did that last time. So our second row will be starting up in the air, but doesn't really slow them down, works pretty much like a normal one. So before we have a quick look around the track, we've got 12 laps here, we'll bring up the predictions. So head over to the prediction. Start the prediction. How many races will DNF? 2 minutes. And let's start the prediction. So 2 minutes to put in your predictions for this track. Of course, a returning track, so if you saw this in the first season, you'll have an idea of how many people are likely to. But let's have a quick look around for those who maybe haven't. So a few nails down the main straight. As you can see, there's boosters everywhere, so it's quite quick paced. Some big hairpins and S-bends around the first area to start ordering people in. Then some more nails to avoid as we go into this sort of wibbly wobbly S-bend area. Then around and into the housing zone. So this is where it gets a bit interesting. So on the left side we have a zigzag that really slows the pack down and can cause some big position changes if you get caught up on one of these. Time to gamble indeed. We do not promote gambling unless it is gambling your marble coins on Twitch for the races. So of course there's a couple of routes. This is known to have loads of different routes that can cost you a lot of time. So the quickest route around here is of course just go straight through the road, take the right and shoot down there. Now the longer, slightly longer route up through the triangles, cut across here, avoid more of these obstacles which may be new. And the longest route is going all the way around here with even more obstacles to avoid. So you're not going to be wanting to do that. Then down this straight, you swing a left into a right around this tree. What you don't want to do is go that way because you will miss out a whole load of checkpoints and will be set back very far. It's not likely. I think we've seen it happen once in total. Yeah, definitely don't want that to happen. So you swing around here. There is a shortcut opportunity right here. If you can get this gap, you get to cut out all of this area around here, and we get under the bridge. Cross this crossroad. Now there is a chance you can get hit by someone coming across, which will actually give you a great advantage as you'll miss this whole section. We have seen that happen a couple of times. Otherwise you'll be going along here. Now what you want to do here is hit this triangle and take this shortcut here. Otherwise you're going down here, over the bumps, all the way down to this hairpin, all the way back up again. Cross the crossroads once again, past the apples, which is in season 1 if I remember correctly. Someone actually managed to get balanced on one of them. Don't remember who off the top of my head, but that was impressive. Don't know if I'll ever see that happen again. Up and over the bridge, back around here, back through the housing area, and of course the worst of the places to get caught, this little boost pad on the inside here, just a few rows in. This will send you across and back over here, and you'll have to do that whole area all over again and pretty much froze your entire race. So don't get caught in that. That's my tip of the day. And then around these looping areas, very high speed around here, try not to fall off. There is a slight protection with all those nails, but always a way to fall off. And back around to the start. And that should be our predictions well and truly done. Yes, it is, which means we can get started with the race. So we'll get this countdown ready. And they are off down the first section. See if anyone makes a breakaway in an early lead. It looks like Crimson went for it. Crimson and Stormy currently trying to fight for this top spot into the first corner. Stormy's going to make the breakaway. Barto behind in second. Then Armtech following, followed by Nick, Carol, Nick, Wood, Snorker, Carol, and then Ib. Oh, Barto getting stuck on one of the pins. Getting set free by T-Dub. Good news for them. Not losing too much time there. Meanwhile, a strong start for the two Vex team members. Wood and Stormy. Crimson getting a cut through there. Going to go up to third. But Nick currently in the lead going into the zigzag. So this track is made by our own Shady, who we'll see somewhere in the grid. It looks like they aren't doing too well on their own track currently. And just as a note, I have had to adjust these bits here because people were getting a bit stuck. And I'm hoping it's fixed now. I did do a few test runs and it was working, so I'm hoping it will stay working for our actual run. Stormy in some big trouble here getting held up. This is what I mean. If you get pushed up against that wall, it can be all over. So yeah, I had to adjust these. I had to pull some of them back slightly. Took them in a bit more to give them a bit more space to get through, so we didn't just have a traffic jam form and the race just end like that. Wood getting pinned up as well. Crimson also getting pinned in. This first lap always being the most congested. Baz in a very bad spot. Might actually remain stuck there. No, they get set free by Carol. And breaking out, it looks like it's Muffin and Ib side by side. Jake and Nick side by side. Muffin, Crimson and Pesky Bird getting the shortcut route. Making the top three. Behind we've got Logan, Baz. Baz just cutting in front. So does Carol. A bad bounce for Sawyer. Barto and Snorker are going to make positions there, but Snorker losing that position right after. Get a bit of a zoom out here so we can see better. We see Muffin actually getting through the shortcut. That is going to be a big time gain for them. Baz and Barto doing the same. A massive time gain for them, and Muffin's going to break away with the lead. Are we going to see anyone else lunge for that shortcut? Looks like Daz is going to do it, but Stanky's going to sneak through just in front. Andrew makes it as well. We'll end up just behind Carol, a little bit too slow on that. And with that bump, it's going to be side by side with Pesky Bird as well. So Muffin flying off in the lead. Barto gets a shortcut, whereas Baz is going the long route. This is a chance for someone to try and steal that third if they're quick enough. Can Stanky make it? Baz is now making their way up. It looks like Baz is just going to be quick enough. Stanky does get the shortcut, but it's too little too late. Dazza does the same, so does Pesky Bird. Across the crossroads, anyone going to collide here? Everyone's quite close together on his first lap. Pesky Bird gets pushed by James. That is bad news for Pesky Bird, but great news for James. James is going to jump up to 6th with that move. Cheese late once again, but apparently not their fault this time. So I've seen a few people on the crossroad gaining big time. But unfortunately we see Akane way off at the back. But going through the danger section, looks like Muffin is clear. Barto just managing to avoid that, what do we call it, a long cut? I think that's what we called it. Just stick to that outside and you will be fine. Daz are at risk of getting caught up by the booster, but sneaks over it. We're going to focus for this first lap and see if anyone does get caught up in it. Wolf at risk. Wolf and Dirt Monster have both been pulled into it. That could be race over for them. Stormy pulled in as well. That's a big drop for those three. Zor as well. So few people knocked out of the top 20 and looking like a race-ending setback on lap 1. Beddo's going to get pulled through as well. But it's looking okay for everyone else. Can Pesky Bird get through? No, Pesky Bird is going to get pulled in as well. Computer took 20 minutes to boot up. Yeah, excuses. Excuses. Still booting up. Technology problems. Oh, just in time as well. So quite a few people actually getting caught up. Dom actually way behind. I don't know what happened to them, why they're so far back. Getting a little frame drop every now and then. It might be because of the confetti. You're really laggy. Sounds like you're having some computer issues then. Great tech advice by Beefcake. Turn it off and back on. It must work in IT. Tech support. So Barto in the lead, Muffin in second, Stanky in third. Quite a few people set back in this area. As everyone starts making their way through the zigzag zone again, we'll pan across and see who's where. So Demon currently just trying to cling on to 20th. Going to pass Beefcake. Shax is going to get past Beefcake as well. Demon actually gaining a few positions through this zigzag area. Almost getting pinned at the walls though. Going to get squeezed out by Shax. Zach is going to try and sneak through. Side Effects is getting pinned. Cheese gets pinned as well, so a few position drops for them. As we head to the front, wherever our front runners are, they're already out of this area and on the move. Muffin absolutely flying off ahead already on lap 2. Barto in second and a big gap to Stanky in third. He's had a good run through this area. Like Armtech's going to get the shortcut and gain a few spots. Will now be behind Jake. But Muffin flying around before anyone can even try and use this shortcut. So a very strong first. Stanky's just going to miss out and will stay third. And Barto looking good in second. Adam maybe getting the shortcut here. Looks like they will. They're going to move up to third. Stanky dropping down to fourth. Super Boss using Side Effects to their advantage, getting through the shortcut, is going to gain a lot of positions with that. It's going to go up to fifth. Anyone else going to be able to pull off the shortcut from further back? Cutsy almost getting squeezed through by TJ, but it does not work. It does not look like it. It looks like Adam has actually made it up into first during this time. That must have been a good run for them through this area. Or a bad run for Muffin possibly, because Barto is not far behind. Cheese almost trying to sneak through the shortcut but didn't pull it off. Now at the crossroads, is anyone going to be able to make a big gain here? Looks like Beefcake is going to push Jake wide. That's pushed Beefcake up into 8th. And Jake probably off the top 20. So that was a big move by Beefcake. So Beefcake now up into a good point scoring position, moving up to 7th. Very good move. See Stanky fighting with Armtech James just behind. Anyone getting pulled through this time? It looks like our front runners are through safe. We look over the sign above Stormy's house. Remember in the previous seasons, was it pre-season or season 1? Stormy actually getting stuck on that house. Magic in trouble on one of the pins, but will be set free pretty quickly by Snorker. Demon at risk of going through the booster. They do, followed by Mini. So that is going to be them out of the point scoring positions on lap, going on to lap 3. T-Dub's going to get pulled through as well. Quite a few people going through, and Christopher going through this time around. Superboss as well. And Cloud Monkey, so who knows, maybe it's just going to be about being a consistent racer and not getting pulled through that booster. Diamond Sword's getting stuck, but Nick's going to free them. Maybe everyone will get pulled through. Who knows? This is allowing some of the back runners to gain some positions. As we make our way back around to the front. Muffin has dropped to 3rd. Adam is starting to break away with the lead. Barto's in 2nd. So Muffin not far behind. Maybe they'll try and reclaim that top spot. Stanky in 4th, Armtech in 5th. Well, at the end of the seasons, we will be doing our usual votes. So for people's favourite tracks, any tracks people didn't like, maybe don't see in future seasons. You know, MVP, best moment. So keep all of those in mind while watching. We will be doing that once again at the end of the season. I'll be trying to put together some of the highlights as well. There'll be a lot of them, so that will take a while to sort out. So keep in mind any of your favourite moments. Remember to clip anything you see, any highlights you see during the streams. So it looks like Barto's gone the longer route round. Muffin's going to get the shortcut and move up into 2nd. Meanwhile, Adam is flying off in the lead. Potentially looking to lap some of the back runners already. Only 3 laps in. So Barto trying to chase Muffin back down. Ideally would be looking to get a shortcut here, but actually does pull it off. I was going to say they didn't, but they managed to jump the wall, and Barto pulling off a pretty miraculous shortcut there. Moves back up into 2nd and ahead of Muffin. Stanky and Mario both miss out on the shortcut and will remain where they are. The long cut's too long of a cut. You could argue that it is definitely a race-ending cut if you get pulled into it. So Magic getting the shortcut, moves up to 4th. Stanky now in 5th. Doesn't get the other shortcut though. Stanky does and will move up. And so does Mario, so some positions gained there. Alice gets through the shortcut as well. Logan's off in the distance. There's going to be a DNF for them. Now we see Magic coming round from the longer route. It's going to collide with T-Dub. Magic's going to have to do another lap there, but T-Dub is going to move up a good few positions with that bump. So looking at the leaderboard, was T-Dub one of our ones that got set back? I think they were. So that bump has not gained much for T-Dub. Maybe a bit of time further back. Maybe a chance to get into the top 20 again. But they are a lap down. but that has been costly for Magic. My memory's just awful right now. Jenny's managed to get stuck on the road. Not good news for them. Field gets too spread out. That is a good point to raise. It does make it a bit trickier to see what everyone's doing as everything spreads out. Oh, Baz and Zach both getting pulled through there. So yeah, I was just having a quick look at the chat there. As Cheese gets pulled through the long cut. So does TJ. So bad news for both of them. Blockmaster's got themselves stuck. Wolf's going to avoid them. Shax is going to set them free and get them on the move again. Make our way around. It's like Space Comet stuck on one of the nails towards the start. Make our way through the pack. Back up to the front. Side effects also stuck. But Adam in first. Barto looks like they might be gaining. Stanky in third. Alice now in fourth. Mario in fifth, getting past our back runner T-Dub, who's now going to cause trouble for these front runners. Muffin with the fastest lap still in sixth. And Adam looking to lap Skyline. Let's see what line they get through this section. Looks like they'll be going the slightly longer way through. This is a chance for Barto to try and get that shortcut. Barto goes but doesn't succeed. We'll be going the same route. Andrew looks like they've got stuck around here. They are balancing on one of the triangles. Stanky's going to get through shortcut. Barto sets Andrew free. Alice through the shortcut as well, colliding with Barto, so they'll be neck and neck through here. Barto managing to make the breakaway. So Stanky up to second, Barto third, Alice fourth, Muffin in fifth. So for the next shortcut opportunity, the join. Wait, is the join turned on again? I'm sure I turned it off, but then I think I saved and exited the level to do something, and then came back. So I don't know if it reset. We'll see. We'll see if there's imposters on the track. There may be. I always try and turn it off for the races to help with numbers and clarity on what's going on. We'll see. So Alice actually moves up to first there, then Adam with a great shortcut has managed to pull it back. Barto with a good shortcut to go collide with Alice. They'll be fighting side by side here. Barto with more momentum through the crossroad is going to move up to second, Alice in third. Yeah, I haven't noticed any clones, but there are a lot of names around. Maybe they're hiding. But we might be safe. We might be safe from the imposters. So Stanky in fourth, Muffin in fifth, no longer holding the fastest lap. Armtech in sixth, Mario seventh, Crimson eighth, Storm King ninth, Magic 10th. Head through to the danger zone. Looks like the first three are through safely. Stanky getting through safe as well. Tokyo a lap down. Muffin almost. Andrew's going to get pushed through, but they are already a lap down, so that is pretty much race over for Andrew. Crimson's managed to get themselves stuck, but set free by T-Dub. So far, more people getting through this time around. That is totally up to you, Cheese. You have the right to do as you please. Oh, Sawyer getting pulled through. We're narrowly avoiding it. So with the amount of people that got pulled through early, there is still a chance of some to try and get back into the top 20. The Demon getting pulled through a second time is probably not looking good for them. Meanwhile, our top 3 are back in the zigzag zone. I think is what I'm going to call this from now on. Stanky as well, close behind, so still a bit of a battle going on for the top 3. Barto is right behind Adam here. And with them both battling for position, Alice is gaining time on them. Alice actually manages to pass Barto. Barto's managed to get themselves stuck. But Stanky's going to give them a little nudge to get them going again, but that's Barto down to 4th. Slalom was too long. Could be, could be. Alice with the shortcut though is going to move up into 1st. A good run there through there for Andrew, but of course Andrew is a lap behind. So just trying to make time at the back. But Alice in the lead, Barto in 2nd. Now has Tokyo to deal with as well, who's a lap down. Stanky in 3rd. Oh, Barto with a big shortcut there is going to move up into 1st. Alice now in 2nd. Stanky's going to cut through for 3rd. Adam in 4th. Mario gets the shortcut, is going to steal 4th. So a few people getting the shortcut this time around. Like I say, if there are any tracks that you're not a big fan of, make sure you get your vote in at the end of the season when the votes go live. And maybe if there are changes done to them down the line, they get resubmitted and flow better, then maybe we'll see them in a future season make a comeback, revitalize. Yeah, thank you for joining us for that time, Cheese. So Stanky in the lead. Alice in 2nd. Barto in 3rd. So our top 3 trying to break away. Mario has just in time to try and get past. May slow them down. So Stanky is through. Alice is through and Barto is through. Just in time getting set back again. That means they're out the way of Mario. Going to speed up time slightly here. We are only on lap 5. Might be running time a little bit too slow. Storm King almost getting caught out there. Beefcake has managed to get themselves up to 12th. And is safely passed. So to head back up to the starting line. Muffin is in 5th, Mario in 4th, Alice in 3rd, Barto in 2nd, and Stanky storming away in 1st. So into the zigzags once again. We are halfway through the race. So Muffin very close behind Mario. Be looking to try and make some time on them through here. Stanky, Barto and Alice fairly evenly spread. Stanky with a good bounce and a good line through there will get the shortcut. And is now flying away in the lead. Barto with a good run through shortcut as well. As they can make a breakaway in second. And Alice follow that up, they do. So the top three all getting the shortcut. That is big for them. Mario not managing to pull it off, neither does Muffin. So our top three are going to be flying off in the lead. But no shortcut on this section. Means it's going to be Stanky, Barto, then Alice still. Across the crossroads. Will Stanky get the shortcut here as well? They do. Big move for them to try and keep hold of first. So just gaining more and more time. Maybe going for a fastest lap. And they pull off an extra point there as well. Barto getting the shortcut. Alice getting it as well. And Muffin failing to. Muffin was very close behind there. Now in fourth. Side effects almost getting stuck with the push from Alice. Stanky up at the front going into the danger zone. Keeps wide, the smart thing to do. Avoiding that booster. Oh, but they managed to get themselves stuck, which means Barto's going to fly through. They're going to set them free. They're not. They're going to pass and take first and use this to make some time. But Stanky has managed to wiggle themselves free and will be chasing Barto down. Alice through safe as well in third. Around the quick zone, a bit of a bump for Barto. Absolutely flying through there. Stanky gaining though with a bit more momentum going through. And Stanky's going to reclaim first, crossing the line with a better angle through the nails. So as we head back through the danger zone, it looks like everyone else is currently getting through safely. Jake getting pulled through. That is going to lose their 14th spot. It will be very costly for them as we are now in the second half of the race. But we see Barto coming around now in the lead. Stanky just behind them. Into the zigzag zone once again. Then Alice with a bit of a gap back to Muffin. And then Mario not far behind. So we saw Jake there falling off the bottom of the leaderboard. Now of the top 20, McWave is currently holding that 20th spot, that final point scoring position. But can our front runners stay consistent? It's looking good for our top three. Stanky's going to get past Barto the shortcut. With Stanky reclaiming first, Barto is going to hold on to second as Alice is only just coming through in third and doesn't get the shortcut. All it's going to take is one big setback for someone at the front to lose it all. They just need to stay consistent to the end of this race. The Muffin has managed to pass Alice. I think they probably got the shortcut on that last zone. But not getting it here. And Mario also still not far behind. But then quite a bit of a gap back to 6th. So our top 5 kind of in their own world. We see Boer has gone off at some point in the background. Quite recently actually still rolling. So that's going to be a DNF for them. We see Stanky coming around to the bridge. Barto going the long route. So does Muffin. So does Alice, and so does Mario. So no one getting that shortcut over there. So back to the danger zone. We saw Skyline get pulled through, but they are already a lap behind. But that is going to be even more costly for them. And certify the DNF for them. Or at least not a point scoring position. Stanky flying around in first has got through safe. And Barto, if I missed Barto go past, I don't think so. And I'm not sure where Barto is right now. As I have just been totally oblivious to them going past. No, it looks like they are dropping positions. So what has happened to Barto? It looks like Barto's had a setback. A very big setback. Did Barto get pulled through the booster without me seeing? Didn't see him come through, but it looks like Barto is going to be set all the way back and may fall off the point scoring positions. Hello, showing us such a colourful track it is indeed. There's a lot of rainbow boosters all over this track. So that means Stanky's still flying off in the lead. Alice is now going to move up to second, but Muffin very close behind in third. A bad bounce there is going to slow them down. But they are going to cut in front of Alice on the zigzag zone. So it's going to be close between these two for second. T-double lap down, but it's going to cause trouble for them. It's actually going to get in front of Alice and probably slow them down. See Mario making their way through, got side effects in front of them, Armtech just behind, and Storm King as well. In fact, Storm King cut in front of Armtech. Stanky up at the front. See Barto's been set back for a second time. This could be this is definitely a big throw for Barto. I think they've been set back twice in a row, so that is going to be raced over for Barto after being in the battle for first for so long. So a big upset for them and a terrible end to this race. But Stanky currently flying away in the lead. An absolutely massive gap back to second. We see Muffin now moving up into second. Will anyone be able to get through this shortcut? Looks like Alice might just make it, although they've managed to get themselves stuck on the corner. Can anyone bump them free? It's not looking good. Armtech just missing them. This could be very costly. Beefcake just avoiding them as well, so Muffin's going to be in second. Mario's going to be third. Storm King's going to be fourth. Alice dropping positions massively here, but gets saved by Pons. So they're going to take fifth at the moment. Crimson is sixth, Armtech seventh, Beefcake eighth. But there's a big battle going on between Armtech, Crimson and Alice, and Beefcake is looking to join in with this battle. Across the crossroads, anyone get the shortcut? Crimson does. Armtech and Alice miss out. Beefcake gets a shortcut as well, cutting off Mario. So a lot happening here. Crimson moving up to third. Beefcake moving up to fourth. Mario to fifth. Alice has dropped all the way down to eighth. So a big move in the late game for Beefcake. And it's all falling apart for two of our front runners, but Stanky still going strong as I look for them. And let's check that they are actually still going strong. Although it doesn't look like it, as I've said that, it looks like Stanky managed to get pulled through the setback. They did indeed, so Muffin's going to move to first. So yeah, bad news for all of our front runners. Beefcake falling through as well, a big upset, falling out of the top five. That is going to be a big upset for Beefcake. I will probably move them out of the top 20. So yeah, our front runners all having difficulties here and all throwing away their leads so late into the race. So our current leader is Muffin in first. Has been going pretty strong since the start, just staying consistent. And they hold it for the last few laps. Beefcake gutted in the chat. They've dropped to 13th though, because a lot of people have managed to be caught out by that setback. It hasn't pushed them off the leaderboard. They are just behind Stanky, though they are still dropping. Can they hold on to a point scoring position? Every point matters in this series. We see Stanky going past the danger zone again. So it looks like they'll be holding on to 16th. So you can still just cling on to point scoring position. But no, they are dropping quite far down now. At risk of dropping off. See Beefcake making their way back around, currently holding 20th. But with being a lap down, we don't know. It looks like Wood's now going to move up into that spot, so that position being lapped down is definitely costly. Westport now taking that 20th spot. So a disaster there for our front runners. Big disaster. Meanwhile, there is a battle going on for that 20th position. And Muffin just flying away in the lead. Crimson looking for the shortcut, but they just miss out on it. That could have been big to try and fight for first, but Shax is going to get it, moving up into second. And will now be chasing down Muffin for that number 1 spot. And the big points. Muffin getting the shortcut. But did I see Shax get caught up by Baz and Harry there to take the shortcut? That is a big time gain. He's going to put them up into first. Muffin in second. Crimson in third. Will they be taking the shortcut? They will. Good line through there. Mario's going to miss out. Storm King's going to get it and go past Mario. See Crimson going over the bridge in third. Now over this danger zone. I think our front 2 have got through safe. You see Shax there in first. Muffin. Do we see Muffin? Muffin's been pulled back, so an upset for Muffin as well. Once again, falling apart for the front runners. Staying so consistent through the entire first half to 3/4 of this race. And it all coming to a harsh end as we approach the finish. So Crimson's going to move up to second. Shax actually sets the fastest lap, so a very strong lap for Shax. Can they keep it to the end? Storm King's going to move up to third. This is a chance for the back runners to get up onto the leaderboard and get some points. Beefcake very unhappy, but I don't blame him. The upsets are strong on this. Alice gets pulled through as well. He's going to lose that 7th spot. We'll be dropping out of the top 20 as we've just gone on to lap 10. Daza trying to push James through. Doesn't make it work. They'll be fighting side by side. School of Thugs on a risky line is going to get pulled through. Shady gets pulled through as well. Quack makes it through. Super Boss has managed to get stuck, but will be set free by Space Comet and Diamond Swords. But Space Comet getting pulled through. Was that Christopher or McWave getting pulled through there? I think it was McWave getting pulled through. So a lot of people getting pulled through this lap. So a massive chance for the back runners to try and get some positions up on the board. See Beefcake actually sneaking back up to 20th after getting set back. So it looks like a single setback isn't the end of the world currently. Stanky's in 10th. So So with all these setbacks happening, there is still a chance. See Westport getting set back once again. So now it's all about just staying consistent. So up at the front, we see Crimson taking the widest line through there. It's going to be a big time loss. And going the wrong way, looping back round again. That was a disaster. Bad bounce off that triangle is going to be very costly for them. See Adam flying through the shortcut. It's going to bump them up from 5th to 3rd, just behind Storm King in 2nd. But Shax in 1st. Where is Shax? They are quite far ahead at the moment. Do they get the shortcut? They do. So they're just going to keep extending their lead on lap 10 of 12. So Stanky currently in 12th. Trying to fight back with those positions. Just got to keep quick and consistent. Side effects getting a little bit stuck there. But they are a few laps down. Or at least a lap down. They're not on the leaderboard. But Shax getting through safe is just going to keep the consistency. Keep pushing through. I feel like I'm going to say consistency a lot in this, but that is what's key on this track. And trying to nail every shortcut. But whatever you do, just don't hit that booster. So we now see Storm King and Adam side by side making their way through. Storm King gets stuck on one of the nails but manages to set themselves free. Crimson dropping quite a few spots after that nightmare looping around the same section twice. As Mario hot on their tail. Beefcake gets pulled through again. I think there is Crimson to blame for that with that slight contact. So Beefcake definitely no chance of getting up into the top 20 now. They're back round to the front. So we see Shax coming through the zigzag zone. Storm King much further back. Way further back. Shax is actually just flying away in the final couple of laps. Just extending that lead. But Storm King is being chased by Adam. Adam getting held up slightly. Three times in a row is very, very unlucky. As we head back to the danger zone, see if anyone's going to get picked up by it. While we wait for our front runners to make their way through the zigzags. See Skyline getting picked up once again. Magic getting very close. So does Shona. Wood carrying a good line through there. Might be able to pick up a couple of positions. Up to 13th. Magic to 14th. Shona 15th. So a few big position changes happening. Now can Crimson get through this section better this time around? They do a better job, not getting the shortest route, but they make good work of the slightly slower route, while Mario gets the shortcut and will gain that spot from Crimson, moving up into 4th. Meanwhile, up ahead, Shax is still flying ahead across the crossroads, narrowly missing Harry. Could have been costly if there's a crash there. But they're still holding on to that #1 spot. few close calls on the crossroad, but Mario and Storm King are through. Adam is through. Crimson now making their way around. We are going to go and watch Shax coming through the danger zone. Lap 11. Will they get through safe once again? Space Comet gets stuck. Shax sticking to the outside, playing it smart. That is what you need to do. And they are safe. Budo getting pulled through once again by the booster. Space Comet is going to get set free by Poms, but Poms is going to get pulled through by the booster. Storm King at risk. Storm King gets pulled through. That is going to be a loss of second place. Meanwhile, Adam plays it smart, does what Shax did, and sticks to the outside. You need to stick to that outside. So Storm King is going to drop massively because of that. As we go on to our final lap, Crimson is going to move up into third. We actually see Mario's gone off at some point as well. The DNF for them. The background here with the front runner Shax. We'll see how this final lap goes. And they keep hold of it. Or will they throw the final lap in classic UMR fashion? We've seen happen many a time. Like 2 races ago is probably a very good example of seeing people throw a race. Definitely worth a watch if you missed it. That was on the Office Pre. Let's just say there's a very interesting final lap. But currently on the final lap, it's Shax in first, then Adam, Crimson, Fitzy, Stanky, Diamond Swords, Quack, Storm King, Blockmaster, and Snorker making up the top 10. So Shax not getting the shortcut here, but they do have a lot of time to play with. They just have to be consistent through this lap. So will they be going for any shortcuts? Almost thought about it, but didn't quite pull it off. How far behind is Adam though? So Adam and Crimson, neither of them getting the shortcut here, quite far behind, so a lot of time to work with for Shax. They're heading towards the crossroads. Going to get across there clean. Will they be getting this shortcut? They will not. They're going to take the long route here as well. So a very long way around for Shax, who actually has the fastest lap still. But just taking it slow and steady this time. Final lap of the race. No need to risk anything, although Adam getting the shortcut is now quite close behind. Crimson a bit further back. Shax is getting held up by Zach and Westport. The back runners making it difficult for Shax. So through that checkpoint, Adam not far behind. Could try and make one final push to get first. But into the danger zone one last time. Let's see what happens. Will Shax hold the outside line once again? Big slowdown on the pins. He's going to be on the inside. Shax, an absolute disaster. Ends up getting pulled through. Means Adam sticking to the outside, playing it smart. Playing it very smart on that final lap. Is going to move up to first. And Shax, unfortunately, with the fastest lap, is going to drop positions. How many, I do not know. We will have to see. But Adam going round the final corners. Coming up to the line. Takes first place. Now further back, Crimson has made it through, is going to take second. They just have to get through these final corners. So disaster for the front runners. After such a good first 3/4 of a race. Majority of them, if not all of them, ended up getting pulled in by that long cut. So Kutsi would be the next person in line, looking to take third. Looks like they're through safe, so they will be moving up to third through the next checkpoint. Stanky has got through as well. So Kutsi up to third. Where is Shax on the track currently? Just going over the bridge. Side by side with Just in Time Bido. So, but also for the Magic, so they may still be on the leaderboard. Kutsi does take third. Stanky takes fourth. Diamond Swords up into fifth. Shona moving into sixth. Diamond Sword secures that fifth place. Shona taking sixth place. See Snorker in seventh. Muffin in eighth. Zor in ninth. All making their way around. Then Muffin securing eighth. Zor in ninth. Shaq's actually coming through and holding 10th. Just realised that there. So dropping just to 10th. Magic 11th. Errol 12th. Wood coming through in 13th. Storm King 14th. Armtech in 15th. So with that many bad long cuts for people, Shaq's actually only dropped from 1st to 10th. Now that is a big loss in positions, but managing to stay in a point scoring position is big, especially with the extra point of a fastest lap. And yes, this does mean you get points in 13th. Now we see Dirt Monster flying off in the background. So we see Alice coming around to take 18th. Dirt Monster would have been on track to get either 18th or 19th. Trying to get my words out here. They hadn't have gone off. Minnie takes 19th. And Pesky Bird taking the last point scoring position of 20th. So as we wait for everyone else to make their way around and the 60-second DNF timer to count down, which may take a while as people are so spread out coming across this line. Could be waiting for a little while for this one. We will spectate our winner of today's race after such a dramatic final few laps. Adam is Cool takes the win on Flat Speeders race 10. So congratulations to them, and we will do the celebratory marble cam once again. Speed things up a little bit. They'll fly around here very fast. And I'll enter the results of this race, and then we'll be back with the prediction results and the standings following this race. I'll be back in 2 minutes with all of that. Okay, so the results have been entered and the DNF countdown has finished. Track that's finally nice, you done for the season. Well, there's still plenty of races to come. Still a chance to get up and into the lead. There are 27 races, if I'm correct, this season. Say my memory, not the best. We are only on race 10, so still plenty of chances to get some big points. But over to the race positions. So we're going to scroll down from the top 20 now. See T-Dub, Blockmaster, Shady just missing out on scoring any points. Then past the top 40. See Beefcake unfortunately falling all the way down to 55th, getting pulled through that long cut multiple times. Absolute disaster of an end to the race. Not what they wanted. Same with Barto, just big upsets all round in this race. And the DNFs, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DNFs. So over to the predictions. Choose outcome 6. I've actually only had one prediction made, and it was incorrect. But you will get, well, I say you get your points back. I'm not actually sure. As Chi said, they didn't look like they did last time. So maybe not. But no correct predictions this time around. And so over to the leaderboard standings. So after that race, Adam has managed to make their way up into first by only 2 points with 97 points. Magic is in second with 95 points. Snorker in third with 85. Then we have Marley with 78, Space Comet with 68, Jake with 64, Demon with 63, Zor with 61, Shona with 60, and Skyline with 55, making up the top 10. I've just seen on my other screen, Marblewood just crashed. So it's a good thing that I waited until after the race had finished. And I've noticed that happening recently while doing testing. I've actually been creating a new track myself and updating one of my previous ones, and I've noticed it's crashing a little bit more. So hopefully that gets fixed and doesn't ever happen during a race. But anyway, back with the standings. Kitsy in 11th, then Jenny, Harry, McWave, Zach, James, Peskybird, Alice, Cheese, China, Christopher, Crimson, Logan, Poms, and Carol making up the top 25. As you can see, up next we have the Marble GP Germany, which will be tomorrow at the same time. And following that, we have our next elimination race. So those to look forward to coming up, as we are starting to approach the halfway point in the season. But that is going to do it for this race and this stream. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.